Hello and welcome back to yet another video. Today we are talking about interstellar dominance. In the past couple of years we had a variety of weekly quests that changed daily. In the past, let's say 3 months, Scopely has completely phased those missions out and replaced them with an event called Interstellar Dominance, which runs weekly from Monday to Sunday and replaces these older weekly missions and events. And so today we are going through all of these. And for the first, we are going through Monday's event, which is, as you can see here, Advanced Command Protocol. Just a few things up front. I'm level 68, so a few of the things will come easier to me than they might come to you. And I'm not entirely sure how easy it is to do this at lower levels. Personally, I think it's a really good way of getting certain resources and certain credits and stuff like that. So we have Advanced Command Protocol, which means that you can do upgrade Forbidden and Chaos Tech, prototype Forbidden Tech, as well as use a variety of credits. And they also, from the first iteration of this whole event chain, they switched it up and added more ways to score in the event and increased the payout of what you get. Instead of just one resource, you get now 4 resources. So let's go through what you're getting when you do this event and when you complete this event. You get Syndicate XP, which is always nice to have. You get Pioneer's Crest, which you need for research in the away team section, as well as for other stuff like blueprints for ships. I'm using it currently because I've done all the research. I'm using it for getting Epic G6 ship blueprints. And also, spoiler alert, the Pioneer Crest is relevant in the second day event for the whole research section. So get these and then save them. Same goes for aggregation smuggled studies, relevant in the research section, as well as Maverick periphery intel, relevant in the research section a day later. As you can see, I already done enough to get 30k points. I need 2 million points to complete the event. And for the credits you can use, it's Maverick credits, export credits, DTI credits, Wrath credits, Sigma Commander credits, Officer Laurels, and Galactic Acclaim. So the final 3 I won't be using, but we can use the rest. Okay, first of all, make sure that you have Gabriel Lorca equipped as a fleet commander and switched to Forbidden Power, which increases the cost efficiency for reactors and catalysts when tearing up Forbidden Tech. Now let's go through all them real quick. We are starting with Maverick credits. I'm also now buying the Exotic Shipment, which is relevant for the building section in 2 days. Second, the DTI credits. Now I'm in the fortunate position to have maxed out the complete DTI faction, which allows me to not spend these credits on Federation credits, Klingon credits, and Romulan credits, because I also have millions of these credits already, which allows me to save up the DTI credits throughout the week so that I can max spend them on this day for this event, which we are doing now. So now I spent about 25,000 each of these credits. Now, next up is going to be the export credits, which we are using here. And from the daily stuff, I spared a little, I saved up a little, so we're going to do this, which is also relevant because we are going to need these for the Forbidden Tech. So we're spending here, and then we are spending on these mega chests as much as we have. And then we are going in the Wrath section, which is the augment section, and we are gonna spend it here. I pretty much maxed out the augment faction as well, so not a lot of potential to spend, but I have 1 avatar for 1500 of these credits to spend it on, as well as the recruit. And then we are gonna spend the final credits just converting them into rare credits. So this is the credit section of everything. And that already got us to the first milestone, and we are up to nearly halfway. Now we are going into the forbidden tech section. First up, I have 2 prototype forbidden tech, which is the syndicate bomb as well as the harvester, and we have enough to upgrade this at least once. Yeah, only once, unfortunately. And then we are going into the forbidden tech and just upgrading forbidden tech, like Thalaron radiation. So top tips is save up stuff, save up your credits in these areas, save up your upgrade material for forbidden tech, and save up your upgrade material for chaos tech. I unfortunately don't have any chaos tech available. I have lots of material for that, but I don't have any new chaos tech available and no way of actually getting it. Save up all your resources, save up all the credits throughout the week so you can spend them all in this event, so you can max out this event as much as possible. And yeah, that's day number 1. And we are going into day number 2, which is the research section. And here we are on the second day of Interstellar Dominance, Tuesday, which is called Scientific Exchange, and as the name suggests, is the research part of the weekly event. Now, same as with day 1, you have multiple research currencies that you can spend to participate in the event, to progress in the event, as well as, this time, normal materials, like from G3 up to G7 rare and uncommon materials get you a certain amount of points. Again, we have a bunch of different resources, from Syndicate XP, acquiring Syndicate XP, more on that in a moment, to Premium Mirror Dust, Aggregation currency, Maverick, Vanguard Prism, which is the brand new one, as is Refined Isogenate, as is using Pioneer's Crest, as well as hazard particles and research for 4 ships, the Athena, the Excelsior, the Dauntless and the Squall. Same as with the first day, I saved up as much as I could over the week for these different currencies. And same as with the first day, you have 4 types of stuff that gets paid out. That is resources for the Transition Forge building, for the Recon Locus building, for the exotic shipment, meaning the Maverick building, the bar, and as well as the Rare Outpost Control Core, which is, all of these are relevant on the next day, on the third day, when it's time for the building portion of the event. I have not yet collected all the Syndicate XP, so let's start with that. The daily is 210 multiplied by 14. Then we go into the DTI shop, where we have around 73,000 more Syndicate XP to collect, and then we can go into the Section 31 store for 7,500 more. It's not much, but it adds up. And this is special this week because these 2 events coincide. There's a battle pass currently going, which pays out Syndicate XP, and I saved up the last 5 days worth of, which will now give me 360k of this Syndicate XP, and I timed it so that all my research is done by now, so I can go in. And Maverick, we have 2.5k here, 2.1 here, and 1.2 here, so we're doing these 2. We're spending this, and then we are going into mirror, doing this. We're gonna take a look over here. We can either spend 950. Now we're spending the 950. Then we're gonna go into aggregation, where we'll spend this. So that's that. And then we can go into starships and can spend the final for Serene Squall. And take a look over here for, this is Excelsior research. This is right after event reset in the afternoon for me. So that's that. Let's take a look. We're getting 150, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Let's take a look where we are. Okay, so realistically, I will only be able to finish the third milestone up into 80 million points. I'll have to take a look at that, and I won't be able to finish it all, which is okay, since this is a weekly event. It doesn't matter, because you get a better chance next week, and sometimes you save up for 2 weeks so that you can get it all, but this I only do mostly when there's a certain building or something coming up on getting a milestone upgrade. And yeah, so these are this is the scientific exchange for Tuesday, and we'll roll right into Wednesday for the building upgrades. And we're in day 3 of the interstellar domination. This is the building side of things, and I've waited for the daily reset so that I can have the full amount of resources available to me to get as far as I can into the heroic milestone event. Now, as with the previous 2 or 3, we have an expanded list of materials that contribute to the event. In this case, it's all the specialty buildings that have come out lately. It's the warp dive bar, it's the signal observatory, it's the output control center, it's the recon locus, it's the Starfleet Academy, as well as the newly upgraded facade, the Continuum Consulate, and the Transition Forge. Now, the resources for these buildings aren't really easy to come by, at least on a week-to-week basis. So you won't have always some building to upgrade, even if you save up the resources. I have managed to get enough resources to upgrade the warp dive bar, which we'll be doing right now, at least once. Then we can upgrade over here the facade, and it's always better to try and upgrade the specialty buildings. This will get you the farthest in the event instead of normal buildings. So now we upgraded the facade, we upgraded the warp dive bar. I can upgrade the Continuum Consulate. So at the moment I don't have any more buildings to upgrade. Yeah, sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. We do have a milestone, and let's go back into the event itself. Again, as with the previous events, they also upgraded the amount of resources you get, or the amount of stuff you get in the event. The main rewards you get are Dauntless parts and mining bulkheads for the Serene Squall. And what we haven't talked about so far is the leaderboard. Now, You have a daily leaderboard for the specific events that are running, in this case Station Advancement, where you get more of the rewards. And if you place high enough, in this case 10th and up, you get placed in the overall leaderboard, in the weekly leaderboard. I managed to place 10th at least in 2 previous leaderboards. So I am now rank 14, and I am getting Vanguard Prism, which is relevant for the new territory research, as well as shards for data. Don't try and always go for everything, because that will require you to spend actual money. But it allows you to upgrade continuously. And now we are having day 4 of the Interstellar Dominance event, which is Starship Armament. And same as before, you have the normal methods to score in this event by using G3 to G7 resources on your starships, which we will do in a moment. But you also have certain specialty ship parts: Athena, Borgsphere, Excelsior, Dauntless and Serene Squall, as well as the Reliant. Now, I have maxed out my Reliant already, and I don't have a second Reliant, so I can't use the Reliant parts, but I do have an Excelsior, a Dauntless and a Serene Squall, where I saved up the parts over the week to upgrade them. So let's do just that. Let's start out with the Dauntless, which I have 4 parts to upgrade and enough material to upgrade 2 of them. So we're gonna upgrade the armor, which is always a good thing, as well as the impulse engines. Then we are going to upgrade the Serene Squall. And this thing, as you can see here, I have it at tier 17, and I have enough material to upgrade it to tier 18, so I'm maxing it out. This is the first one I have. Let's do this and upgrade it. And of course these few rare gas particles will also go into the event, but not by much. So now we can tear it up, and let's do this. So now we have a max tier Serene Squall, but fortunately enough, we have a second Serene Squall all ready to go, and can put the remaining nearly 54,000 Serene Squall parts into that second one. So this is the way going forward with this event. I maxed out 1 Serene Squall, so I'm using the second, and I can also do a third one. We have 1 ship left, and that is the Excelsior, and there we can upgrade 2 things. I don't have enough material to upgrade the transwarp drive, and these are the rewards you get in the milestone event, which is Chaos Matter, Tear Up Catalyst for Chaos Tech, which is unfortunate because I have loads and loads of these materials stored up, but I don't have any Chaos Tech to use it on. There's no path of getting more Chaos Tech outside of just paying for it. Also Epic Wrath credits, and most importantly Maverick credits, which are important to buy Borgsphere shards. So we are going to take a look at the event, and we are 7 million points away from the 3rd milestone, which realistically, as in all the previous events as well, is the milestone we are gonna reach, and not beyond that. I probably cannot top out the event. So this is the ship armament, and the final one is just spending Latinum. Despite having close to 300 million Latinum, I never really participated in that because the rewards aren't worth it for me. But we're gonna have to take a look tomorrow when the event rolls around. And yeah, so that's the ship armament. And that brings us to the final part of the event chain, the Grand Exchange. And as you can see here, so far I haven't progressed very far in the event, which is because you need to spend Latinum, and it wants you to spend 1.3 billion points worth of Latinum. Well, 5 points per Latinum spent. So I would need to spend about 30-ish million, 32 million Latinum just to get to the first stage, for a measly 3 shards of Villain Vin and a few Sigma Commander credits, which I can't use because I don't have Fleet Commander Cisco yet. And I would need to spend about 320 million Latinum to do the full event. I just don't want to spend it. I have it. I have like close to 300 million, but I don't care. I would only spend it if I could get higher on this leaderboard, on the meta leaderboard, the week-long leaderboard. But yeah. So this is it. This is the Interstellar Dominance event, which replaced the weekly events we had before. It helps you get resources. It helps you get the resources you need, especially for the latest specialty buildings and chips and research. You need patience. You need to save up currencies. You need to save up resources throughout the week, or even longer than a week, in order to participate in this event. You won't be able to max out the events every week without spending money, that is. Turns out I did end up maxing out the ship upgrade event because I managed to upgrade enough of my ships. But that means that next week I'm probably not gonna be able to max out the event. I usually aim for about the 3rd stage in every event, the 3rd level, 3rd milestone, because that's usually half the points overall. And this gives me a decent amount of resources every week so that I can advance the buildings and the ships and the research. And I immediately save this up either for the next day, because usually you can spend it the next day, or then save it up for next week. So this was Interstellar Dominance. Let me know in the comments what you think of this new weekly event chain and what it replaced. What do you think of they're expanding the amount of scoring opportunities and the amount of resources you get as a reward? Make sure you stay subscribed for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you in the next video.